All right. Good morning. Hey, Senny, let's clap. Come on, Jesus Christ. Good morning. God bless each and every one of you guys. It is Turned Up Tuesday, June the 28th, 2022, 8 minutes after the hour. Welcome, Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. That's with Senny J, only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Good morning, guys. God bless each and every one of you. The chat room is wide open. Come on and join us. Let's have a great show this morning. Or you can call in. The number's 570-982-6950. We truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. The show is distributed by Comedy World Network. We appreciate you guys over there as well. Please download the Comedy World Network app as well, just in case anything happens on this side of the show. So we appreciate you guys. Special shout out to all our affiliates throughout the country. Thank you so much for participating in the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team this morning. We're on YouTube as well. Please go to our YouTube page, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Like and subscribe to it, and you get notified when we go live. God bless. We're on all social media platforms. You can Google the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. All the links come up. Very easy show to find, guys. This is where you get your morning love. Join the Shawn Harvey Morning Show group as well on Facebook. We appreciate you guys over there as well. But this is the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We are super excited to be here this morning. Senny J, good morning. God bless you. And how are you?
Good morning, Shawn. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have a great show for you today on this Turns Up Tuesday. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know what's going on in entertainment news, as well as front page news, everything that is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So make sure you stick around for that.
All right. Well,
which
thank
I'm
you.
Sure you will.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Senny J, and we hope that hopefully that you guys will stick around for the front page news and everything that we do here each and every morning. See, before I start the show, God bless you. Good to see everybody. I hope you guys are filing into the chat room. Thank you. Senny said something this morning while she was outside waiting for me to come in because, of course, she left her key with our very own beloved Marlon Woods when we was over at the Juneteenth Festival 17 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get it back.
Right. So thank God it's a nice sunny day outside and it's a good day, and Senny was out there. And it was weird. I think it was something about the universe because when we came into the office, Senny said this morning that she didn't get any sleep last night. And I said that in this society, right, Senny J, that this is just normal. I don't think that we get an opportunity to sleep like we used to back, especially pre-COVID days. And it was weird that you said that because and not to steal your thunder, Senny J, I didn't get any sleep last night.
Oh, did you not?
And I think it's more important for me to get more sleep than you because of the age difference. 22 years older than you. I think I need my sleep. Now, my reasons is the dog. You know, guys, you know I got a dog. If you don't know, I got a dog. I got a golden doodle. His name is Cooper. Now, I don't know what happened, what got into Cooper. Cooper had some massive diarrhea. Something was going on. Yeah, it was weird, and
or it's just like been going on.
It's been going on for a day, but it climaxed last night.
Have you switched his food or anything?
I didn't do nothing. I don't know. Maybe he ate a sock. I don't know what he did. And Senny, okay, so what happened? He pooped in the living room. You know, he's trained to go outside, and I guess he couldn't hold it. Whatever, right? But then the problem was the poop. Because we have him in a cage at certain times of the day, Senny. Yeah. So he's still, you know, in a cage. Crate trained. So, Senny, he pooped in the crate. So I knew it was something wrong with him because he never does that. But the problem was,
that's the worst.
The problem was the poop got on him. Mm-hmm. So cleaning out, now this is insane. Cleaning out the crate, and then Senny, the smell was on the dog. Mm-hmm. Senny, I immediately threw the dog. I washed the dog.
Right.
Now, and that's why I didn't get any sleep last night. So there was a lot going on, right? But Senny, yesterday, I set an appointment to get the dog, get him a bath and cut.
Okay, to get groomed.
To get groomed because we all going away in next few weeks, and the dog is going to be with my sister-in-law, and we want to make sure he's nice and clean over there. But Senny, here's the problem that I had that I realized. Senny, there is a massive shortage in the Pennsylvania area. I don't know about where you guys live. It took me at least calling, literally, Senny, over 10 to 15 groomers in the area to see if I can get an appointment for this dog. Now, where the dog, the vet that we use, the hospital that we use for the dog has a grooming service, but they're booked. Senny, all the groomers are booked in the Lehigh Valley until August.
Why? Because
there's a shortage of groomers, and two of them said that there's been a surge of dogs during COVID and after COVID of 40%.
Right.
So now the dogs are coming back outside, and everybody's purchased a dog during COVID. Senny, one of the hospitals shared with me that there's a shortage.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Senny, there's a shortage. I'm sorry about that, Senny.
Yeah,
there's a shortage. See, I got to give Senny a shine, my fault. Senny, there's a shortage of veterinarians in this country. And nurses and groomers, that everything is booked up. Fortunately, after like the 14th phone call, I found a groomer that was able to groom the dog before, in the next few weeks.
Right.
And then there was two groomers, Senny J, that refused to give a cut in a bath to a golden doodles.
Whoa, why?
Because they said that the doodles they're very energetic dog, which they are, and they was saying they can't handle the dog. The dog just move.
That's hilarious.
So who knew, Senny, here in this area, I don't know about the country, that there's a shortage of veterinarians and nurses.
Did you try like a mobile grooming service?
I know I didn't.
Like I
did all the,
you did
local,
like traditional.
Yeah, and everyone, now hear me out with this, Senny, and then we're going with the show. Mm-hmm. All the groomers that I called, and even the veterinary hospital that I use, and then there was another one down in Phillipsburg, right?
Are you calling just veterinary hospitals?
No, I called two. I called the one that I used, and I called another one. The other one referred me to the person that finally I got a chance to book an appointment for my dog.
PetSmart or something like that?
Now, I'm about to tell you that. Senny, I don't know what it is with the personal groomers, mom and pops, or the corporate, but 99% of the personal groomers were saying to me over the phone, listen, I was on the phone for 90 minutes dealing with this yesterday, with a book schedule. They all said, don't take your dog, your dog, to the chain outlets to get groomed. So I go, why?
Yeah.
I go, why? Why not? Why? Yeah, they goes, no, because these are people who, even though they love dogs, they are not trained to bathe your dog and cut your dog. And there's a lot of horrific stories in the neighborhood about these chain stores grooming your dog. Now, Senny, I call the PetSmarts and all these other stores out here, right?
Right.
Guess what?
What?
They're all booked up too.
Mm.
So my whole thing is, what are you doing? You, if they're all booked up, obviously they must be doing something right. I don't know. But the mom and pops are telling folks, don't go to the main pets.
Well, of course they're going to say that. They don't want to lose business.
Exactly. But, Senny, there are some of the groomers, and then we'll move on. Then we'll go. Senny, there's some of the groomers, and we talk about why you didn't go to sleep. Senny, there are some of the groomers who said that they're not even taking no dogs no more. They have all their customers.
Oh,
because they just can't take new clients.
Right.
So I think to myself, maybe this might be another racket I could get into.
No, you don't want to deal with that. When I think of other, jobs, I think of stuff that is easy, stuff that I don't have to spend a lot of time doing.
See, can you ask me how much can you look and see how much the average groomer makes per year? And the average nurse, who knew? Senny, who knew? You would never think of a nurse at a veterinarian. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think of folks like that.
Right.
I wouldn't even think that it's a profession. But even though when I went to the I know it's a profession. Even when I took the dog to the vet, of course you see the nurse come out. I get it. But you don't think, like, when you think nurse, you think nurse, like, you know, like my wife nurse.
Right. Well, they have vet nurses.
Guys, there might be
they're vet techs. That's what they are.
What are they called?
Vet techs.
Vet techs.
Yeah, like a veterinarian technician.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just like a hospital has that. I mean, they need nurses.
Hey, guys, if you know,
sometimes you don't even need to see the vet; they'll just see the nurse. They can draw blood. They can, tell you what the doctor's going to tell you if you do see them.
Senny, I think this might be a racket for some folks that want that. I mean, I guess obviously, do you have to love animals to get involved in this profession? I think you need to, but there's a shortage on the workforce, regardless, even with delivering merchandise and just the whole streamline of just commodities in this country. I get it, but see, who knew that there's a shortage of veterinarians out there?
The average, I mean, that's not a lot. They're saying the average salary, in Pennsylvania for a dog groomer is $28,000.
That's it?
They said dog groomer salaries in Pennsylvania can vary between $16,000 to $54,000 and depend on various factors, including skills, experience, employer bonuses, tips. Dog groomers in San Francisco, California make the most money at a $70,000 average total compensation, which is 49% greater than the U.S. average.
Yeah, but look, San Francisco, that's where all the money is.
Yeah, and people are going to pay a lot for their dogs. I mean, it seems like over here, you got to, unless you have your own business, like, you ain't really making anything. You got to, like, really love it.
Right. So, Senny, when you had King, shout out to King.
Yeah.
Wherever your King with King. Were you out there, man?
I'm so sorry.
Much love to you, bro.
I can't.
Senny, before we move on, when it came down to grooming and bathing, how did you deal with that with King?
Well, he was short hair, so I just did it myself. I clipped his toenails, and I washed him, and that's it.
All right.
I didn't really have to do anything.
All right. Well, guys, if you know somebody that's looking for some work that want to make between $16,000 and $54,000,
you can do it. Why don't you just groom him yourself?
I can't cut him. No, he's got to get.
No, he doesn't.
No,
there is plenty of do-it-yourself.
I don't know.
I see them online all the time.
No. He's got to get shaved down, Senny.
You can shave him.
I don't know. I'm not shaving the dog. I can't do that, Senny.
What about Tanya?
She can't do that.
Is it
Senny? No, we need, because his hair gets matted.
Just listen. Is it you can't or you won't?
I won't
or
and
you
can't.
Don't want to.
I don't.
Try.
All
it's
above.
Your child. He'll probably be better with you grooming him than somebody else. To be honest. And golden doodles, you just get yourself a pair of scissors.
Scissors.
Yeah, when cause
Senny, the last time he got a bath, Senny J, and they cut him, he was trimmed. He was nice and cut. He looked so athletic. Senny, I don't have the skill set for that.
You don't have to make him look like. I mean, of course, yes, take him to the groomer, but a lot of these in between times, just do it yourself.
I don't know how to clip a dog's toenails. I think that's kind of weird doing that. Put a pause on that.
Yeah, or they say, because their nail tips are very they're tender. You can go down too far, so you can get a shaver, and they have these cute little ones. You just put their paw in it, and it'll do it theirself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but if you take your dog out a lot, there's not, sometimes you usually don't have to shave them down that much. But I mean, I think it's always cheaper when you do it yourself. It's always more convenient. You can maybe you want to talk. You just talked about I want to have maybe I can open up a thing. Maybe you should test it out on your own dog first and see if you can do it.
Oh God!
Look at that. You don't even want to groom your own dog.
I don't want to groom my dog. All right. Well, hey, I'll look into it. I'm not going to do it, but
There's plenty of YouTube videos how to groom a golden doodle. I bet you'll find one that is very easy and simple.
Okay, I'm gonna look for one right now. Senny, we're gonna take a quick break. DJ not here. We'll be back in 30 seconds. I'm gonna look.
Make me smile, you make me laugh, you make me dance, you make me believe everybody else believes. You make me dance, oh, dance, come on, somebody, feel like, oh, magnify the Lord with me. Sometimes I'm tired. You make me. When I think of the goodness, all you've done, it makes me dance. On a Monday, in the middle of the week, I just feel like late in the midnight. Oh, when I sit there crying, you make me want to dance.
All right, guys, we're back. We're back 24 minutes after y'all. Welcome back, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Senny J, only place on earth. Get your morning start right. This is what my wife and I was doing to the dog last night.
You have to put it on camera on the one. Yeah, but where is the?
This is what we was doing to the dog last night.
But where?
The dog smelled like nothing but poop.
Oh, well, yeah, that's
So
simple.
we did this, but that after.
And then how did
after
you
doing
dry
this,
him? You did
We just took some old school towels and dried the dog.
Okay, but you don't have a brush
Yeah,
and
we
like
brushed
blow
him.
dry his hair.
No, we did. We don't have the blow dry. You know, whatever, Senny. We didn't have the blow dry.
Fast forward, see if the lady cut his hair.
Here.
Let me see.
All right,
Cause
yeah,
you
there's a video.
don't need to see them washing it.
But
You need
Senny,
to see
that's
the cut.
that's what we did last, and that's why I didn't get any sleep. But Senny, that's what we did, and
This is just
and
bathing.
just bathing.
Yeah.
There was no, and then we took the shampoo and a brush,
Okay.
and then we brushed them out and did all that,
But-
and then put the water back on them, and then took the towel and dried them off, and he was good. That's all we did. I'm not taking no razor, no shaver.
But even though, because you know he has some long hair, you blow dry him, and you use the brush. So to like get his hair fluffy. He probably looks crazy
He's
right
he's
now.
fluffed up now. He's back to normal right now. He looked crazy, that first hour after the bath, but then he's good. So that I believe I can do.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's just giving him a bath.
All right, guys. If you have,
I hope you could give him a bath.
Yeah, I gave him. I felt proud of myself yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, and I cleaned the poop
Look,
out of the
this
crate.
is-
I put Senny.
That's the worst. I hate cleaning.
Senny,
that.
I cleaned the poop. I don't know, guys. If you have, see, this is weird, and then we're gonna move on because I don't want to bore everybody with this.
Yeah. Lee said he was mad. He took his dog to Look, this is like Cooper, right? This one right here. She's about to groom him. She's about to cut him.
Now, people who have a dog, and then we're gonna
He
move
said
on.
he was mad. He took him to Petco. He took Gusto to Petco, and he's been itching ever since.
Are you serious? Tell us about that, nephew. But Senny, is it weird, Senny?
Look, see?
All right, hold on, before we look at this, Senny, is it weird, like when you walk your dog and your dog poops, right? Of course, you don't have no problem picking up the poop, right, from your dog.
Right.
But I don't know if it's me, but isn't it disgusting when you see other dog poop on the ground from another dog?
No.
It's disgusting to me.
Is
I
it?
won't pick it up.
Sometimes I've picked it
I
up.
don't pick up. If you ever had a dog, do you pick up other dogs' poop?
Look at that, Sean. It looks so easy.
I know that looks
You
good.
you just shave off his long hair, and it looks like it's like that curly hair underneath.
Yo, that does. Let me show everybody.
Yeah, that looks super simple.
Senny, where did you find this?
YouTube.
Just like my dog.
Exactly.
Guys, look at
That's all you have to do.
with the show. Jesus Christ, we got a show to do.
You can always find stuff to do yourself, and she looks like she explains on how to do it.
Who is this lady? I'm gonna follow you. Hold on, guys.
Yes, save her video.
Look, that's my dog. My dog looks just like that, but it's a sandy color.
Yeah.
It's a cream. My dog is a
Look,
cream.
and she's taking the shaver. You probably got that at home, bro. That's it. Check her online store if you need supplies. And then look what she does to this dog.
Yeah, but what if I cut the dog? That vet bill gonna be crazy.
How are you going to cut him? She's using a shaver with a guard. Boom. Look at that.
Wow. See, that's right. Matted.
Exactly. Because nobody knows what to do with that hair. They're just like, oh, let me take it to the groomer. Look at this is all the this is what you paying $100 for. How much does it cost? I've never taken a dog to the groomer.
Because $100 plus the tip, it's $120.
I've always had like the dogs where people don't want to do it. You know, like pit bulls and Rottweilers or whatever. Nobody wants to deal with them, so you just do it yourself. That was simple what she did. And then like by the eyes, you just get a scissor to like cut the hair by the eye so that they can see. And that'll be good till you get back till people can put you on the books or whatever. Next thing you know, you're Mr. Save Money. You save money with your cell phone bill. You walking around here with no insurance on your phone. So you can afford to give that dog a shave. If it looks bad, it looks bad. Sometimes people give their kids a bad haircut. That's what they say. My cousin one time, I was like, I did, all the barbers, we had to go out for a Saturday. My cousin was like, I'll do it. Cut my son's hair. It didn't look that bad.
It was hard.
But my son was like, he was like, Mom, I don't like it. I was like, you're just saying that because you didn't go to the barber. It looks fine. But I don't know how to cut his hair, so Jesus. So yeah, everybody's had a bad cut every once in a while, so you can for sure practice on your dog. And then what if you guys do a good job? Then you're gonna be mad you've been wasting all this money all this time.
Okay, so then let me ask you this question. Cindy, thank you. See, look, the dumbest question is the one you never ask, and I'm talking about it. So
yes.
now I'm getting experience and suggestions from all you guys.
And you guys know I'm battle tested because, listen, I've known of 3 people already. Shout out to Vanetta George.
Okay.
We were talking about Turo. Remember that car rental? Yeah. She done got a car off Turo. My aunt
really
and her husband, they went out somewhere this weekend. He got himself a Mercedes Benz off of Turo.
Let's what?
Yeah. So when I talk about stuff, y'all obviously be taking advantage. I got another one for y'all too.
Well, welcome to Cindy's world.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, but Cindy, well, God bless you.
Yeah.
But now, but Cindy, listen. I'm watching this video, and to my beloved nephew, what happened at Petco? Before we get on to the show, why is Gusto itching? Cindy, Gusto, just imagine a dog itching forever.
Yeah, you had this video the other day. He was running outside with Gusto. He had spit all on his face.
Who, Gusto?
Yes,
okay.
Those big dogs. I can't.
Cindy, before we move on, and then we gotta get out of this conversation. But Senny, I would need a table to put the dog on, to shave the dog. The only table I have in my house compatible to that is the kitchen table. Can't do that.
Do it outside. You have like a little patio area, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do it outside.
Senny.
Wash them outside, too. It's hot enough. Do all of that outside. You've been there messing up your bathroom. Nah.
See, you know what you had?
Take that dog outside. And then
but the water from the hose that runs outside is cold water. The water should be lukewarm. You don't want to bathe the dog in cold water.
It's hot outside.
The water's cold. You want somebody to throw cold water on you?
It's hot out. It's hot. Yeah, when I go in the pool, is it not cold? He'll adjust to it, and he has fur. This is not like it's outside and he's cold. Or you can or if you have like one of those like little inflatable pools or whatever, you put him in there. Or just fill up some water outside in like a couple of buckets or whatever, and then just let it sit if you want it to get room temperature.
That's hilarious. So say
you never took your dog to a lake? He gonna run in that water? It's cold.
No, we're not doing that. Senny, so obviously I'm assuming, right? Just you cut the dog first and then bathe him.
No. You bathe him first.
And then wait till you dry him off?
Brush him, dry him off, and then you cut.
That's why they have the dog there for hours.
Oh, my God. You're
It's
so
$120
crazy.
something the last time I cut the dog.
And how often does he go to the groomer?
Every 6 weeks.
Well, I mean, that's not bad, I guess. But when you're in times like this, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I might try this.
Just try it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, honestly, nothing.
I'm excited about this.
Just have your dog walking around looking crazy. Be like, yeah, I tried a new groomer. It didn't work out,
Right.
so don't worry.
What-
But do you have shave? Do you have a shaver at home?
I
Is
do.
that what it's called?
Yeah, I do, but I
razor
have one
shaver?
for me.
I think it's the same thing. Just,
I gotta find out.
but then you won't be able to use it. You don't need it anymore. Do you use it?
I use it every once in a while. But no, I would buy a shaver for the dog. I would go on this video, and the lady said to get the links, or I go on Amazon, get the correct shaver.
Okay, yeah.
I think I want to try this.
And then get a nail shaver. Lee put one in the group. He said a Dremel. Get you a Dremel razor. Let me
Let
look
me
this
see,
up.
nephew. Give me this information. I want to try this.
Yeah, try it, Sean. Empower yourself. These people out here. Oh,
Cindy,
wow.
you know I don't
this
have-
looks like a whole
Cindy,
set.
you know I don't have no time for all of this.
This is for a dog, Lee? Because it looks,
Lee, and speaking, guys, two things. Before Cindy says the next thing. We're going down to Dallas Good Friday this year in November. Time's flying. I'll have the information when we come back, okay? We'll take off next week, and we'll be back the following week. So I'll have the information. We're going down to Dallas. We're going to spend Friday, Saturday, Sunday down there. So y'all hang out with your boy. I'll give you the information. And then we got the comedy show at the Iron Mill. We put together a quick show. Then we're going to take off August. We got a show July the 10th, right around the corner. My man, Ray Gorton, will be the headliner for Sunday Night Live. Y'all come on out. I got the ticket right now. We already got 2 big birthday celebrations for July the 10th at the Iron Mill, 831 South Delaware Drive, Eastern Pennsylvania. And you guys, if y'all want to come to Dallas with me, let's rock out. They're there from Wednesday to Sunday, but I'm going down from Friday to Sunday. What they have, Senny?
oh yeah, it's a nail grinder downer. It's a Dremel is, I guess,
What is it?
the type of tool it is. But you can get one on Chewy for $30.
And that's what my beloved nephew has?
Yeah,
I'm
it
getting it.
trims nails.
I think
it's
I wanna
like
do
It's
this.
like a grinder. You just put it up to the nail and it'll grind it down. You don't need to do much, you know? Just get him calm, give him some treats while you're doing it, and he should be fine.
I think I want to do this.
Okay,
Now,
we're excited. Video it. Go live.
I will. There you go. Also, wow. So just to bring up Vanetta George, as the ambassador chat room. God bless. So she took advantage of the rental that you talked about.
Mm-hmm. She got it for like $35 a day, she said.
Let's clap for that.
And the lady lived. I think she said she went to the lady's house or met the lady.
Is Vanetta in the chat room now?
She should be. I don't know.
Vanetta, call in.
Vanetta, you in here, girl?
Call in. I want to know about that. And Lee, what's the deal with the dog? Why is the dog itching? What's going on?
Yeah.
We want to know about that.
Yeah, if you guys, need stuff for me to tell you to get, you need to be up on all the latest stuff.
Yeah, and that's Cindy. That's why we are so grateful that you're here, because you're 1 year away from being old as hell. You're still young. When you hit 36, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
And you have all that knowledge for us, and we truly appreciate you.
Yeah. I have another one. It's a money saving app. It's called Digit.
Okay.
I was telling Sean about it. You guys need to get it as well.
Okay. So Cindy, let's get this thing. Let's clap. Come on, let's clap for a turned up Tuesday.
Turned Up Tuesday.
We already turned up.
That's right.
All right, Cindy, what's going on in the world out there? God bless you.
There's a lot going on. There were people are still talking about the BET Awards. There was some backlash. Diddy is dating Carisha from the City Girls. She goes by Young Miami. And during the award show, she was holding up a sign that said, "Go Poppy." You didn't watch the award show, did you, Sean? You didn't get to see any of the stuff going on?
No. I'll be honest with you. I breezed right by that thing and went to sleep.
Well, she's clapping back at commenters who called her a clown, seemingly because she was holding up the sign and Diddy had won a Lifetime Achievement Award at the award show. And during his speech, he said, shout out to Cassie, who held me down through the dark times. Now, if you know, Cassie was younger than Diddy. She was one of his artists on his label, but you know, they were dating. So, you know, she put out a couple of hits. She was a really good dancer, but you know, he definitely fluffed up the voice for her to put out stuff. And they had a very on and off again relationship for like over 10 years, something like that. But you know, Cassie moved on. She, you know, ended her relationship with him. She started dating her trainer, Alex Fine, I think is his name.
Her name is Cassie?
Yeah, Cassie. You don't remember Cassie? She's a singer. No, Cassie, yes. Oh. Cassie was who Diddy was previously dating, but during his Lifetime Acceptance Award speech, he said, shout out to Cassie for holding me down during the dark times.
Right.
Which people were like, what was the point of saying that?
Why he got the new girlfriend? When
you have your new girlfriend here and she's standing up, holding up a sign for you. So, you know, see this. A lot of people were calling her a clown.
Why were they calling her a clown? He's the clown for doing that, and I love Diddy.
I mean, of course, but like, girl, you're not about to be Diddy's wife. You just the right now, and you're just doing too much.
Well, why would you say that? Maybe he loves her and he's ready to settle down. Why you gotta go right down to the negative road? The man he's
gonna settle down with. Well, I wouldn't settle. But acknowledge her. Where's her acknowledgement?
Yeah, that's true.
Shout out to you, Carisha. I got my baby
here. Yeah, I do agree. That's why I said that's why he looked crazy by doing that. He should have never did that.
Exactly. But because he's a creep. That's why.
He's not a creep. But I gotta see this video of her.
So.
Yeah, continue on with this.
Yeah, I'll show you a clip. I'll tag you in it. So. While accepting his speech for his Lifetime Achievement Award, like I said, he thanked his girlfriend Cassie. So social media.
Wait a minute. Why you said you thanked his girlfriend?
He thanked his ex-girlfriend Cassie. People on he took to the stage and stated, "Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was in a dark place for a few years. Cassie, thanks for holding me down in the dark times, love." He continued to thank people who were instrumental in his life, like Bishop T.D. Jakes, his chief of staff, Lori Ann Gibson. Yeah. Shortly after, a commenter responded to a tweet of the mother of two posing in her all-red ensemble. The tweet read, "I love a circus." Oh, no, Young Miami went to Twitter and said, "I love a circus. Mind your business, bitches." People were calling her a clown.
Why?
She said, why? And then another article that came out that said that Diddy supposedly gives her $250,000 a month to spend on whatever she wants. So, you know, there's just a little stuff going on online about that. I think that if she wants to, oh, look here, I have it for you.
Hold on, Vanetta.
That's the video of her doing, you know, holding the sign and stuff during.
I love it.
I mean, yeah, she said she gonna stand by her man. She gonna stick beside him, support him in what he do.
Next time I win an award, I'm gonna have my wife stand there and put up. I want my name up there, like on a poster like that.
Tiny don't got time for that.
Everyone, let's clap. Vanetta's on the phone.
Hey, Vanetta.
Hi, good morning, guys. I just came into the chat room and LaShawn was saying something about using Toro.
Yeah. I told the chat room that you had taken advantage of that.
We all applauded that. That was amazing. And we wanted to hear your experience about it. Because I don't know if you was to show, it went from dog groomer to this, it segued into the car rental, so we can all save money. Because Senny was saying, maybe I should just groom my dog myself and save money. And then it went into the whole Turo thing.
Oh, God. Okay, all over. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I did use Toro because my car is in the shop. I'm about to choke my mechanic, but my car has been in the shop. So week before last, my cousin had passed away, had to go down to, family stuff or whatever. And Danielle had sent me, because I looked on Enterprise, and Enterprise, though it was ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, I think for 3 days it was like almost $500. Like, what? So, and Danielle had sent me like a bunch of different like mom and pop type of rental places, and I saw Toro there, but I had never heard of it, so I didn't even pay attention. And then the next day, like on the show, Senny had mentioned Toro. I said, well, let me take a look here and see what this Toro thing is all about. So downloaded the app, and honestly, it's so simple. It's so easy. When you go on the app, it's people in your area. So you get to pick what car you want. You get to pick where you want to pick the car up from, because you do have to pick it up from the person's house. So I picked a car like that. The lady was literally like maybe 6-7 miles from me.
Right.
Got to her house, really nice lady. I think she's from like New York, New Jersey, Spanish lady. She was so cool. She was like, hey, Vanetta, like a friend. Like, she was real nice when I went and met her. And she was like, everything's here. This is the paper. And me, I'm kind of nervous, because I'm like, damn, I'm going to somebody's house, picking up their car. It was just real weird for me. But she was so, so nice. Took the car, no problems. I forgot how many miles they give you a day. But even with me going all the way to Brooklyn and back and doing other stuff, I didn't even use all the miles. Like, no lie, it was like maybe 800 miles for like 3 days. I didn't even use the miles up, And then anything over those miles, it's like 35 cents a mile or something like that. You do have the option to take out insurance. You have like minimum insurance, standard insurance, and then the top one. And those range, I think, from like $11 to maybe $13 or $14 a day. But overall, the experience was really good. I actually rented the lady's car again. Like, me and her like friends now. We like friends in my head.
Wow, let's clap for that.
That's so good.
That's amazing.
She gave me her cell phone number. So, like, I had to, I have to go to my son's, like, college orientation this week. So, if my car is not ready, because, again, I'm a truck mechanic, literally, I text her. I be texting her on her cell phone. And, like, hey, girl, listen. When is it going to be back from the other person? Like, when is it going to be back? Because then I'll come get it then. Like, she's mad cool. She was like, don't worry. I'm going to sanitize it really quick for you, and I'll have it ready for you. Like, it's been such, honestly, a really good experience. I do not know if I will go back to renting cars through, like, a chain, a national chain again.
Well, Vanetta, can you Senny, put that information back in the chat room again, please?
It's so easy.
Senny,
And, my car, like, I had a SUV before, right? I have a smaller car. It's like a mid-sized car, whatever. But my son would go into college, like, I mean, he has so much stuff here. I think that I'm actually going to rent a SUV through Toro. Is a lady over in Tannersville that got like a SUV, is like a bigger SUV. I think I'm going to rent that for like a day or two to move my son to college. Why am I doing all these miles and stuff in my own car?
You know what? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna download this app today. I could hear it in your voice and in your spirit how this has been a pleasurable experience for you, and you saved some money. $500 for Enterprise for 3 days, Senny, is almost criminal. It's almost criminal.
Now, okay, so mind you, it was almost $500 a day, because it was for something for the rental and then for the insurance. So it was almost $500 for 3 days through Enterprise. They playing through Toro, because I was a first time user. I actually I want to say altogether, because I think I extended it an extra day actually. So I ended up paying like $190 something, $200. That's the difference, because the first time user, you get like a certain percentage off if you have it for 3 days or more. So they took $28 off, which was basically a day, because the car I got was $30 a day.
Let's clap again. There, what us black folks say, Senny, won't he do it?
Exactly. Won't he do it?
I was so thankful. And like I said, the lady was really cool. She feels comfortable with me leaving the car in the driveway with the key in the box. the crazy thing is I left my Easy Pass in there, my Easy Pass monitor in there. She said, listen, I'll bring it by your house. Like, I'll come and bring it by your house. Because, because she knew I didn't have a car. And I actually was renting a car again, so she just left it there. But the crazy thing is I left my whole wallet in there this weekend. She has my whole wallet right now. I was like, girl, I'll get it this week. I trust you. I'll get it.
Unbelievable.
Nothing that leaving it like it's her car. Talk about I'm going to be back.
Senny, Senny, text me that app and put that app in the chat room. I want that app, seriously.
Yeah, really, it's so convenient. And like I said, the only caveat to it is that you do have to go. Well, it's just like any other rental, you know what I'm saying? But you just go into the person's house. But again, I didn't really have an issue with that. I actually got an email from them yesterday, and they just went live in New York. So all you New York peoples, if you need to, get a little rental,
it says it.
Just went live in New York.
Hold on,
It does say it on the
Is a news story on that? It's a news story about that?
No, it has it on their site. It says we have just launched Turo in New York.
Oh.
And it said just in time for summer. You see, it said just in time for summer.
Yeah, they got some nice ones in
well,
here.
let me see,
They
Senny.
might necessarily have
Senny,
to go. Ooh,
Senny.
look, a Maserati,
Senny, let me see.
$223 a day.
I was about to say that too, Senny, because like me, I just got I think she had like a Chevy Cruze or whatever. Like it was just a regular car. It was crazy good on gas. Like it was just really good, especially because you got to take in consideration the gas as well right now.
Yeah, of course.
But they have BMWs on it. They have these higher end
Senny went
cars
straight.
on the site.
That's the actual allure actually of Turo. Yes, it's people renting their own cars, but it's supposed to be like higher end cars that you can get for like regular, so that's really because I met a guy.
I would just rather, but it makes sense.
That's what he wanted to do because he's actually in New York and he wanted to use my address.
Yeah,
so
but my whole thing is you would just want a regular, no disrespect to cars, you just want a regular car to get back and forth and do what you want to do to save yourself more.
People a lot of people rent cars when they're going out of town or they're going on vacation. They want something nice. This isn't. People don't.
But Senny, all these cars here that you have on this site are Maserati. Where the Hondas?
Those are the cars that the people have available. I just clicked on the New York one. You can just scroll up.
Oh.
But that's what I'm saying.
And just like Senny said, but not only that, a lot of people don't want to put wear and tear on their own car.
Right. Of course.
If they doing like a long distance drive or whatever the situation is, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm so thankful that I even came across this thing because I really would have been paying Enterprise by this time probably $1,000.
Yeah.
Look here's a regular car.
Yeah, give me a regular car. Give me a regular car.
This is a Chrysler Voyage. Oh, this is a van.
but Senny, go to this
you
area.
You can get a Tesla Model 3 for $150 a day.
I hear you. Senny, go to this area here for just regular cars if you don't mind. Could you just bring me back down to planet Earth? Vanetta?
Yes.
God bless you.
Thank you.
And also met a new friend.
Yes, real nice. Her name is Lizbeth. Real nice. She's real nice.
And spending the regular, using the regular amount of money, $30 to $50, $30 to $50 a day to rent a car, the way it used to be.
Ooh,
Yeah,
look.
I was actually shocked when I saw her car because the other car I was gonna rent, I think it was like $60 a day or $50-something a day, and I thought that was cheap. You know what I mean? And when I saw this, I was like, okay, let me get homegirl's car. Now she raised it to like 40 because I guess she feels like of course there's a need for it type of thing.
Yeah.
But still inexpensive compared to Enterprise. Just keep in mind they do charge a ride fee also. So to be honest, a lot of times the ride fee kind of makes your rental double, if that makes sense. So it might have been like $50-something for 3 days. So that's attached on to like the $90, if that makes sense. But it still works out cheaper.
Well, here are the cars, but they have nice cars on here too. But they have like a Kia Soul.
Yeah, you see, this is what we're talking about in the
These are
times that.
Allentown.
Let me see. These are the type. This is what I'm talking about, where you can. There's residual income that could be made. There's passive income out here that could be made on anything, because of the internet and because of the way we live today. And this is very exciting. That's right. See, look, you got a car here you can rent right here for $45.
For instance, Shawn, let's just say for an example, right? you have no shows, you're not going anywhere, whatever the situation is, you can actually put your car on Toro. You put the dates is available. So let's say your car is only free between Tuesday and Thursday. You can just put it up from Tuesday to Thursday, and somebody can just rent it for that amount of time, and it's still your car. Like if you just don't have anywhere to go, you know what I mean?
Right.
Well, I'm on it. I love this. This is a beautiful thing.
Uber. How about that? Better than Uber because you don't gotta leave your house.
Right.
I'm talking about for the host, what they call the host. Instead of someone going out here and doing Uber to get extra money to make their own schedule, they could just rent out their freaking car.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yo, this is crazy right now. This is a beautiful thing. All right. Well, God bless you. Thank you. Everybody, let's all take advantage of this.
Don't shop about Doro.
And you know what? This is all right, Vanetta. God bless you.
All right, have a good day, guys.
Senny, wouldn't it be safe to say that the major rental folks, they better watch out because the people are taking this business into their own hands now?
Yeah, maybe we might be seeing something about it. I mean, I don't think they're too worried about it right now because not a lot of people know about it. That's the thing, too. People who don't be trusting stuff, they be like, I don't know, it's an app. I don't know. So I think it's going to take a little minute before, but look how Airbnb started, and now it's one of the biggest things, the same thing with Uber. So.
All right, Senny, back to welcome to the show, Turned Up Tuesday. We appreciate you guys. I Am Mill, July 10th. Sunday Night Lives. Come on out. My man, Ray Gordon's in the building. Senny.
Yeah, he's funny, guys.
Ray Gordon's hilarious. And you know how we get down at the Iron Mill. You know how we get down. We bring that old fashioned in your uncle's basement kind of comedy.
It's funny. He's cute too.
Lady. Okay. Senny.
He's married?
He's engaged.
So disappointing.
No doubt. No, you're right.
Congratulations.
It's very disappointing. I get it. That's what ladies. That's what all ladies say when they find out someone's engaged or married. It's very disappointing. Senny, back to Diddy, who's my hero. Mm-hmm. First of all, this is a man who's had every vagina on earth. Okay, so that's not the problem. He could have anybody. He could have you, Senny J. He could buy you. He'll buy you and don't do anything with you. Just have you stand there. Just stand there. Please. And what's the young girl from the City Girls that he's dating?
Young Miami.
Young Miami.
Yeah.
Boy, I love that song. The P Talk. They made the P Talk, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that song rocks. Mm-hmm. Love it. Diddy, you was a little out of order, I think, to acknowledge the other young lady that was your ex, while your current girlfriend is showing you heavy love. But I'm also disappointed in social media again because you guys are the devil to go after this young lady who's just confessing her love to Diddy by calling her a clown. Half of y'all that call her a clown, there's nobody putting up posters for your punk ass at any event anywhere. There's not a woman or a man that's never put a poster up for you acknowledging love. So for you to sit there and criticize this young lady, Young Miami, what's her real name?
Carisha. I'm sorry,
I can't say. I can't say it. That's my syllables. Young Miami, I'm going to stay with that. To criticize this young lady, you guys are fools. Online. Whatever, City. My top palate, can't say that.
That's fine.
And you're going to sit there, whatever. And I tried too the second time. I really tried. and felt terrible.
But you didn't want to try too hard.
Yeah, I tried. And I thought that second time I was going to get it, and it just sounded terrible. And whatever. Young Miami, you keep showing love for Diddy.
People just don't
people
don't want
horrible.
you to look like a pick-me. You already there, girl. You didn't, that. It's just not the time or the place. It just looked tacky. And
no, it didn't. It doesn't look tacky.
For being real ghetto.
So what? That's her.
I mean,
listen,
yes,
listen.
but he's
Cardi B was known for being real ghetto, and look where she's at right now.
I mean, that's true.
So
but my thing is that
no,
people don't ever want to see a woman being too on a man.
Why?
Especially when that man. Now, if Sierra was doing that for Russell Wilson, okay, because he reciprocates that energy. Denny didn't even want to say that y'all was dating. He said, "I'm single, but you're taken." Like, come on, girl.
But
He's
still,
not even trying to claim you out here.
Yeah, but it still, but it still doesn't negate the fact. It still doesn't negate the fact of the feelings. She has feelings, and she's just articulating that to everyone, regardless
City girls
of
down
how.
1,000. And your brand. You have to think about your brand. You're talking about city girls. You out here getting guys for money and being all of this. Everybody wants you. Women want to be you. Men want to sleep with you. Like, that's your brand. And you over here, go Bobby. He ain't even Spanish, girl. Like, what are we doing here?
A black man loves to be called Poppy too, as well.
I don't know why.
It's something very sexual about that. It's just the turn on.
Just stop.
I say this.
You look crazy.
No, you don't. No, young lady.
You setting black women back.
See, that's the problem. Young lady.
I'm
gonna get on this mic. Young lady.
He's discarding you currently.
Young lady.
He shouted out his ex-girlfriend in your face.
Young lady.
Like, come
young
on,
lady,
girl.
young Miami.
That sign would have been on the floor.
Young Miami. Young Miami with young vagina.
Carisha, girl.
What's her name again? I'm going to try to say it.
Carisha. Carisha, please.
Carisha. Where's the other girl from last day that threw the other girl in the boat? Threw the cousins
Shawn Tover.
Shawn Tover. Carisha. Young Miami. You continue to do what you do. You show your feelings, Carisha. You put up your posters, because none of you women out here had a man to ever put up a poster for your punk ass. You continue to do that and show your love, Carisha. Young Miami. You do what you do. Don't worry about your brand. We love you. You keep putting those posters up and you keep showing love for this man, even if he's not acknowledging you at the moment.
I'm not. I don't want to see
it. And for people that... Oh, I'm looking at it, okay. And for people that... I'm still...
I love when that happens.
And all you people who have the nerve enough to call this young lady out her name, ain't nobody putting up no poster for you. Nobody. You've never got a poster up. You never had your hand held walking down the block. You was never acknowledged in a restaurant with the Mexican guy singing Frank Sinatra songs. Nothing. So you need to take your own personal inventory before you call somebody else a clown. Senny, when the last time a man put a poster up in front of you at a reward show? Never. So listen, you keep doing what you're doing, young lady. I appreciate you. What's her name again?
Carisha.
Carisha, I appreciate you. You don't look like a fool in these streets. The others do.
I mean, her outfit was bomb. Her outfit, she was wearing head to toe red.
You continue to show my guy Diddy all the love. Senny and all the rest of them are not even built to even make a poster. Oh, God, don't tell them what Senny's poster would say. It wouldn't be enough carbon paper to fill up what she want to say.
My poster would have had to do with reproductive rights. Okay?
I'm talking about for your man.
No.
For your man.
I have a platform. I'm going to use it to say something that's meaningful.
I'm talking about for your man.
Not beef up his ego.
She said, what did she say? She said, hey, Poppy. What she said? What did she say?
It said, go, Poppy.
Okay, go, Poppy. So if your man was up there, what would be on your poster, Senny?
Not that.
But what would be on it? You are not even creative.
I wouldn't have a poster at an award show.
What would be on your poster? What would be on your poster? You're not even built to put anything enduring on a poster.
I wouldn't do a poster.
But what would you say?
You know what I would do?
What would you say on a poster? She said, what she said? Hey, Poppy?
It said, go,
Go, Poppy. What would you say if the man was up there? What would you say? What would be on your poster? Hold on, wait a minute. Ladies in the chat room, you calling her a clown. What would you put on your poster to acknowledge your man?
It wouldn't be no poster.
Exactly, because you're not built like that.
What is he at a game? What is he going for? Like, what are you doing?
Because y'all can't sit there and criticize this young lady when y'all not even built to show love on the poster your damn self. Senny, again, before we move on, what would be on your poster?
I don't even know.
Exactly.
I would put you're amazing, sweetie.
There you
Keep
go.
Doing a
Boy,
great
was
job.
that hard to do, boy.
You're doing
Ladies,
amazing.
put in the chat room, what would you put on the poster to acknowledge that little bit of love for your man in a public area? What would you say? You calling her a clown, but you guys are not built to even articulate love on a poster. What are they saying? Who's on post? What would you say?
Beanie Green said she would say, "You did that, Zaddy."
Exactly. Thank you. Well, yeah, Beanie. See, Beanie's
With
built for that.
exclamation points.
Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Senny.
I don't think the issue was that she had necessarily a poster. To me, it was a little corny. It's the issue that he publicly says that he's dating multiple people. I think that's what Senny is trying to get to the point to. It's not about not showing support for your man. It's the fact that he publicly does not claim her like that. Like she's claiming him. She's riding for him way harder than he's riding for her.
Period.
And she's doing too much. Like after that interview, I was like, girl, you out here really doing too much. And this man is like looking at you like, well, what you think we are? Like, he publicly did that. That was so, and I felt embarrassed for her. So why are you sitting on an award show holding up a poster? It's almost like the look at me syndrome. That's what I feel like she has. Like, look at me, I'm here with him, that type of thing.
Nothing wrong with it.
What?
Of course he doesn't see nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it.
You want to be riding hard for a woman who is
Nothing
not
wrong with it.
claiming you
She's
like
in
that?
love with the guy. She doesn't care about all the other dating and how he feels about it. She's actually jockeying for position with the others. She's navigating through it.
True.
While the rest of y'all just yield.
True, but at the same time, don't embarrass yourself, ma'am.
She's not embarrassing herself. How's she embarrass herself?
By holding up a big poster to a man who's not your boyfriend.
But they're smashing each other.
So what? I'm not
She's
walking
showing
around posting
love.
everybody I'm smashing. Like,
She's showing love to the other chicks, letting them know, like, look, the other women that Diddy is smashing, they're in a cave somewhere. They're not saying anything. She's the only one out there acknowledging that.
But that's why I say she has like that look at me syndrome. Like she has to be seen.
Right.
What's her name again?
Carisha.
If she knows her position, just play it. That's it. She be doing too much.
Exactly. She wants to be seen.
She wants to be seen, and she's trying to navigate through all the other chicks that's Diddy's smashing.
What is
and
there
she's
to
winning,
navigate?
and she's winning.
Just be comfortable in your position that you're
Thank
at,
you.
ma'am. You're already
Thank
at
you,
the
Senny.
award.
Play your position.
You're at the award show.
Well, obviously
front
that's her
row.
position. He's not complaining. Are they still together right now? Of course they are. He's not complaining about it.
But of course they're going to be together because he's doing what he wants to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is she's the one who's going too hard. He's like, look, it is what it is. Like, we dating, I'm dating you, I'm dating this one, I'm dating this one. And then had the nerve, she's holding a poster in the damn audience. He's on stage calling out somebody out. The nerve.
I know. I get
It
it.
looks crazy.
Still gave him some that night.
I get it.
Yeah, she did give him some. She gave him the best of her that night, girl.
Listen, man, listen.
It just looks crazy,
It
and you
doesn't
look
look
crazy
crazy to
doing
me.
it.
It does.
Of course,
It does.
from a man's perspective,
crazy to me.
because it's an ego boost.
Yo, keep doing what you doing. Carissa, keep doing what you're doing. Young Miami.
Sean's a man, that's why he thinks
Exactly.
Young Miami,
They
knock
like
the
that
rest of
toxic
Young
stupidness.
Miami, knock the rest of these women out the way. Knock the rest of them out. She's out of control with young vagina. Got Diddy losing his mind. She's taking the feathers, Senny J, and putting it up his rectum.
But,
And then
I'm
she
sure
came to
she's
the place
doing
to
that.
the side.
I'm sure she's doing that.
I'm
And
just,
how old
right.
is she, Senny? What's the age difference between the two of them. Was she even born when Uptown Records was out? Was she even born?
Right.
So
it's
what?
Probably like a 30-year difference.
It doesn't matter. The vagina's young.
Crazy.
Doesn't matter.
30 years?
Can't.
No, let me
when
see.
Diddy's in that vagina, he can't stop, won't stop. She's doing tricks for kids. She's doing craziness to him.
She's definitely getting the fringe benefits. Okay,
Let me tell you something. Even when Diddy bring the other chick in there, she got to post it up for her and smashing the other chick too.
It's a 25-year age difference. She's
Sounds
20.
normal to me.
She's 28.
Crazy.
Diddy is what? 50. He's 52.
Sounds normal to me.
Insane.
Sounds normal to me.
Like I said, he just gonna run through her until the next little young thing comes
That's
on. He's
fine.
gonna run through her.
And that's fine too. But he will always he will always remember Young Miami because she was out there showing that love publicly like that. He's never gonna forget that.
No, he's gonna remember how he turned this young girl out. That she's doing all this craziness. That's what he's gonna remember.
I mean,
The
is he even
vaginas.
into women? Because people have been talking about Diddy for years. So let him have his little beard.
Imagine Carissa's
give her
vagina,
money.
though. It's too much.
He's not touching her vagina.
She's probably bringing her girl in there. They smashing each other. She's going up. This is so beautiful. He's giving her $250,000 a month just to spend. You know she's bringing one of her homegirls in there, tearing Diddy ass up. But you're sitting there talking about she looking crazy. She ain't looking crazy. She getting $250,000. Cindy just said that Diddy gives her $250,000 for nothing. She's probably bringing two of her homegirls in there. They probably tying Diddy up, doing all type of freaky things to him.
Wait a minute. He's giving her that every month?
That's what Cindy said.
Yeah, that's a report that came out that he gives her $250,000.
But she looking crazy.
I'll be holding up.
Oh, see, there you go. Now, see.
And
Where's the Marcus?
he gave her her own.
Marcus and the poster boy.
He gave her her own podcast too.
Gave
I
her
think
own-
it's called Carisha, Please. Let
Right.
me see.
Gave her own podcast on Revolt.
Yeah.
She gets $250,000. She's putting. Oh, I hope my mother's not listening to this. Shout out to my Aunt Mary. She's coming in out of town. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Aunt Mary.
Oh my God. Anyway, they tying Diddy up. They putting all kind of weird oil on him. There's probably some gay dude in the corner, like just dancing. You know, like that dude did in Silence of the Lamb. Remember Silence of the Lamb? And he was putting on the makeup towards the end, and the girl, he had the girl in that little hole. Remember that? Remember?
Yes, I remember that.
Remember when the girl was,
yes.
and he was dressing up, and he was dancing like this.
Yes.
They probably got a gay guy in the corner, Senny.
Oh no, trust me, the guy's not in the corner. The guy is not in the corner. He's partaking.
And Senny, he's dancing like this, and Carissa got her other two homegirls in there, and they doing all type of craziness to Diddy. They got Diddy so turned out, he giving her $250,000.
Wow.
I would put up a poster too for $250,000.
Yeah. Where's the poster board and the markers? Let me get busy.
But y'all say she playing herself.
She still look crazy.
No, seriously, she is.
But shout out to her and her
Shout
show
out to her.
and her little fringe benefits she's getting.
Carissa?
Eat it up, girl, and
I guess.
hopefully stack some of that coin, girl.
Right.
Carissa?
Right.
All right, Vanetta, God bless you.
All right, have a good day, guys.
Bye,
Carissa,
Vanessa.
it's your boy Harvey. It's your uncle. Thumbs up to you, young lady.
Not the thumbs up.
Yo, thumbs up to you, young ladies. And Diddy, you are my hero, my friend. I love you, brother. You keep doing what you're doing as well, Diddy. God bless you. 52, 28, those numbers sound normal to me. Go ahead, Senny, what's that?
Sounds great to you.
She bringing her homegirl over there. They got the gay guy in the corner dancing. Okay? She putting all type of Vaseline all over Diddy. They urinating on Diddy. You know they doing that.
Ew. This next story I have, there's a lot going on in the world right now. I'm pulling up this story because this is actually something that happened around Juneteenth. I'm just seeing it now. It's getting slow news traction, but I wanted to put it on everybody's radar. This is regarding a black man that was found hanging in a Pennsylvania park around Juneteenth weekend. His name is Dante Perez, and his mother is calling for action. On June 17th, around 7 a.m., Dante Perez Jones, who is a black man and an Army veteran, a father of 3, was found hanging in a Pennsylvania park, and his death was ruled a suicide. However, family and friends suspect he was murdered since the facts and evidence do not add up with the ruling. The Whitpain Police Department in Bluebell, Pennsylvania, informed Latina Dean, who is Jones' mother, that he had committed suicide and that the case was closed. On June 16th, around 11:40 p.m., Jones was last seen visiting his mother. He lived in Delaware County, which is an hour from Bluebell, where his body was found. According to his mother, Dante has no ties to Bluebell, and at about 9:30 the next day, Dean was notified about her son's death by Sharon Hill police. However, the death did not stop officers from reopening the park, as they removed his body and had the park open for a 10 a.m. event at the park. When asked to view the body to determine it was her son, her request was denied. The Whitpain detectives closed the case and ruled Jones' death a suicide. However, she stated that this case should not be treated as a this case should be treated as a murder and a cover-up. Not convinced that her son had taken his life, she requested an autopsy, but the coroner's office declined it since it was ruled a suicide. The family went to the Whitpain Police Department and was told the case was closed. However, they were still determined to get justice, and the next day they began calling government officials, NAACP representatives, and state representatives. The chief of police contacted her to apologize and inform her that an autopsy and full investigation would be conducted. The Whitpain Township Coroner's Office conducted a complete autopsy. However, they said it's going to take many, many weeks before findings come back. Still, the mother has created a GoFundMe. She said, why were the parents unable to identify the body to ensure that it is Dante? Why would Dante drive an hour away at 12 a.m. to an unknown township in the middle of the woods and use a back entrance to get into a children's playground where there are no cameras? They think he came to commit suicide. Is it not suspicious that a black man was found hung in a predominantly white neighborhood on Juneteenth weekend? The Whitpain Township Police Department put forth a statement concerning his passing, saying the investigation into the death of Mr. Jones is ongoing, and the Whitpain Police Department did not report that the investigation is closed. And they do have a GoFundMe going on so that they can get for lawyer fees as well as their own independent autopsy to be done. And I think that that's the way that they should go, because obviously I think Bluebell, I've heard of it. I don't know how far it is away from where we are here. I think it's like 2 hours. I think it's a couple of hours away from us on this side. But it is definitely devastating, and it is it's devastating, and I don't know definitely I don't know the what goes through somebody's mind that's going to commit suicide, but I definitely don't think that a black person in America is going to commit suicide by hanging themselves. I think that if anybody sees a black person hanging themselves, that it should be suspicious, and it should be investigated, and it should be a hate crime right off the bat. Why would you think that a black person would want to commit suicide by hanging themselves? And he's a father. Why would he do it but in a park? And he just left from seeing his mother. Like, nothing about this, it says suicide. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to open up the park less than 3 hours after you find a dead man? You don't think that should be some type of crime scene and everything like that? Like, what is going on?
All right. Before we move on, great story. Now,
disgusting. These people.
Well, yeah, it's kind of weird timing and location and then opening up the park. Yeah, but a lot of times with these unfortunate incidents, especially in the public place, they try to clean that thing up and they reopen. That's with everything. But it does depend on the person. Like I say, if it was like some famous person, maybe they might open up the place 2-3 hours later. But with suicide, and I was one of my someone I knew committed suicide, Senny, right, in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. And when they committed suicide, Senny, what they did, unfortunately, they left the city and they drove almost 100 miles away to this community that they never been to. Went to a location and killed themselves. They committed suicide, unfortunately.
Did they do it by hanging themselves?
No, they did it. They overdosed on pills.
Okay.
They went that route, and they were found in in a hotel that they would never go to, a town that they would never. It was baffling to everyone. Not to say that this happened in this case, but some people who, and like I said, I experienced this in my life and it was very sad and tragic for this man. But some people who commit suicide, they do it in places where you would never think that they would. There's no connection to the place and the person. That's why it's sad. Like with suicide, it's very sad because a lot of people, when they commit suicide, Senny, they leave these, they say the suicide note.
Yeah.
And in the suicide note, they're so apologetic.
But my thing
But hold on, hear me out. Now, the parent, the mother, yes, has the right, Senny J, which this is baffling to me, and thanks for the story. Why, for this local police department in this jurisdiction, why was it so open and shut? Why when she can't see the body of her son? The autopsy's done already?
They did no autopsy.
I know, yeah, they did the autopsy already. They opened up the park like this because you determined suicide was the cause of death. At least give the parents the rights to investigate that as well, because they have ongoing, lingering questions that could destroy these people for the rest of their lives. So now they got to come out their pocket to get an independent, what they call it? What's the doctors called? When you die,
an independent
the medical examiner. You got to hire a medical examiner when services are for free to now figure out what really happened. And that's the problem here. It does sound like a cover-up. But people do commit suicide in places where it's no connection to the person. But this Sharon Hill, right? It's dead wrong. You're dead wrong, Sharon Hill Police Services Department or that jurisdiction.
It's Bluebell.
Bluebell. Where the hell is Bluebell? Where's that?
Somewhere west in PA.
Where the hell is Bluebell?
The more west you go in PA, more racist.
Yes, of course. But
right?
Again, yes, that is true. But I don't know, like, how, again, you don't know what's in people's mind. They go to weird places. Why was he even out there? Did somebody kidnap him and take him all the way out there? But this is the problem I'm having with that. The police should have been more transparent to the mother. You just can't. And then Juneteenth. It's too many circumstances that's going on with this, especially in the times that we live in today, that these type of unfortunate situations has to be thoroughly reported and definitely transparent in your report. For y'all to just brush this away like this and it's just a foregone conclusion. It's a suicide on the Juneteenth weekend in the middle of Pennsylvania. And you're right, the more west you go into Pennsylvania, the more you get that Trump 24 a whole movement popping, yes, and it's unfair. And not only that, this woman the mother, she should have a lawsuit You should. I would sue them. I'm not. Why should I come out my pocket to have an independent medical examiner to give me the truth on this situation? I would sue them as well.
Yeah, for sure. And what if there was pertinent information? They don't even. It's just the way that everything is handled. If you think that there's not a problem, there could be evidence. That evidence is now gone because you didn't treat it as a crime scene. You let people come in there and do whatever. You just want it to just go away.
Yeah, that's true.
And how can you know if there's ever getting any justice? What if these police know who did it? What if it's like a thing that they do over there?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
people still have sundown towns around here.
Yes.
In Pennsylvania, they see black people, they don't want you there, running you off the road, cursing at you, looking at you crazy. All of that stuff goes on over here.
But also, at the same token, on the same part of this conversation, unfortunately, people who do commit suicide, sometimes if they have the ways and means, they go into weird places and do.
But black people are not. That's the problem, Shawn. Yes, black people commit suicide, but black people ain't hanging themselves as a means of suicide.
I don't know about the stats on that.
They're not. Maybe if they're in jail, but I don't think a regular able-bodied person he has a car, he has a life, he has children.
And those are the people who commit suicide.
Okay, yes, but that way. I think anytime that police see somebody hanging as a black person, you should treat it as a hate crime. You should treat it as a homicide until something else shows you different.
Well, yeah, listen, I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm just saying that people do commit suicide in weird places. I'm telling you, people will go to the weirdest places that they never been to in their life, or maybe someplace where they've been that we don't know about and commit suicide. It happens. This guy drove 100 miles away, 100 miles away to a town that has no connection to him, to all the people that knew him.
Yeah.
In a Babylonian town.
Look,
when he could have did that around the corner.
Look,
and I say that respectfully.
Whatever you want to do, I don't care about that. I'm saying the means in which you do it should raise flags. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Of course, I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But people do take their lives in weird places. Like, just somebody, you can live on one part of the state. And, like, remember the video I was showing you guys about the guys that were jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge? These people, it's like a tourist attraction. They could live hundreds of miles away, but they'll go to the Golden Gate Bridge and jump off the bridge.
Yes, but and those are obvious. Okay, but I wouldn't, or a means of it. But course. They should be investigating everything.
This is definitely
like that. I'm not gonna brush it off just like the police did. Like, yeah, he just wanted to do that. That's ridiculous.
Of course, it should. In this particular case, they should have, had the family involved in this instead of the open and shut case. I definitely agree with that, but like I said, people, you don't know what the state of mind of folks, and to be hung and the guy hung himself, boy, it takes a lot of courage to kill yourself. I'm totally against suicide. Go ahead,
and why did he go in through the back entrance of the park?
I don't know.
He doesn't know where the front of the park is.
It was dark. What else you got?
What else I have with everything going on with Roe v. Wade in the country.
Guys, don't forget I Am Ill Sunday, July the 10th. Ray Gordon's in the building. Let's get our laugh on. Let's go.
Yes. With the Supreme Court decision, it has many states wondering what does that mean for their state, which states would restrict or protect abortion rights. The bombshell decision with U.S. Supreme Court to overturn its landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling on abortion rights has upended 50 years of precedent and handed state lawmakers across the country the power to restrict or ban abortion. The result will be a patchwork of laws that vary based on where a person lives. 13 states have what is called a trigger law on the books, in which abortion will swiftly be outlawed in most cases. In last Friday's ruling, the court upheld a Mississippi law banning abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy. A number of Republican-led states have already passed laws that would outlaw abortions at various stages in a in a pregnancy, Democratic-led states, meanwhile, have acted to protect abortion rights, and the state-level action on the issue of abortion has taken place not only in state legislatures across the country, but also in their courts. Now, 13 states that have their trigger laws that are going to restrict abortion as soon as this is overturned: Arkansas, Idaho, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, and Wyoming. Some of the states' laws would go into effect immediately following the Supreme Court's decision, while others would kick in after 30 days. Now, Pennsylvania specifically, because it is a Democratic-led state right now, but we're in the middle of midterm elections, it could change because there's nothing like New Jersey. I believe in New York, they have like laws set in stone that, regardless of the federal decision, it would still be legal in their states. 26 states are now certain or likely to ban the procedure. Residents in Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey are not immediately affected by the Supreme Court's decision. However, that could change by November's midterm elections, especially for Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, abortion is legal up to 24 weeks after a person's last menstrual period, so that's about 6 months. A patient seeking an abortion must receive state-mandated counseling that includes information designed to discourage them from having an abortion, and then they have to wait 24 hours before the procedure is provided. Health plans offered in Pennsylvania Health Exchange under the Affordable Care Act can only cover abortion if the person's life is endangered or in cases of rape or incest. In 2020, there were 32,000 abortions performed in Pennsylvania. Half of those were to white individuals, followed closely by black patients, and about 11% of abortions performed in Pennsylvania were for Hispanic patients. For now, abortion remains legal for Pennsylvanians. Governor Tom Wolf has been a strong advocate for abortion rights in the state, vetoing several bills passed by the Republican-controlled General Assembly that would further restrict abortion access. But in November, Pennsylvania voters will be choosing a new governor, and only one candidate, Attorney General and Democratic nominee Josh Shapiro, has vowed to maintain abortion protections. Senator Doug Mastriano, who is the Republican nominee, has introduced a so-called heartbeat bill to Pennsylvania in 2019, which would ban abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Medical and reproductive health experts have said that an embryo does not have a developed heart at 6 weeks gestation. So they think that bill is a little, preemptive. Okay.
Senny.
Yeah.
God bless you. Senny's World, Harvey's house. Okay. First of all, I want to say this. God bless. Senny, listen, we canceled the back to school bowling event down at the Barn Duns Lane. We'll send you another date in a few weeks, and then we're gonna come on out and we're gonna bowl again for charity. So we're gonna do the backpack event, and we'll get another date for you guys. Yeah. Now, I just want to get my thoughts together. Senny, I was on a plane, and I was and I was in the air from Charlotte to Tampa. Get off the plane in Tampa, and my beloved promoter, my man Michael Moore, God bless him, from St. Petersburg, shared to me, Shawn, they overturned Roe v. Wade. When I got off the plane, we was in the car. I was like, what? And it was shocking to me, even though the Supreme Court have a plethora, Senny J, of cases that they're running through. They remember the day before, they revised the gun laws. And then the next day, Roe v. Wade. And then yesterday it was now you can pray in church. So they're running through all their cases. Sad day in this country. It's a very sad situation in this country that for a generation this law has been on the books, and now it's so disrespectful to women in this country that women don't have the right to choose their own what they want to do with their bodies. It's a sad state, and this only affects brown and black and Latino women. But in the state of Pennsylvania, as Senny just said, there was a large percentage of the Babylonians that received abortions. Now, my whole thing is this: why does the state and the government are invasive to women? Senny, we definitely need more women in power in this country, as far as the corporate, as far as politics, and as part of the judicial system. The insidious thing about this is that there are women on the court, on the Supreme. I think there's 3 of them, Senny. There are 3. Senny might want to double check that. I think there's 3 women actively on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but only one of them.
And only one of them was like, they get it. They get it in real time. The Supreme Court justices have their interpretation, their opinion of the law. But there are some of them that are just hell-bent on what's on that paper with the law verbatim. It's unbelievable to me that women are for this. I still can't grasp on this. It is so important to go out to vote. Voting is important. I blame us, the Democrats. I do. We didn't vote. I want to say I blame Hillary Clinton, but I'm not going to put that on you, Hillary, because you know how I feel about you. Voting is important because when you vote in the real power in this country, which is the judicial system. The Supreme Court justices is a lifetime position. And on the Fed and state lower courts is a 10 or 20-year position. That's a lot of power to have. The politicians, what are they in and out? Every 6 years, every 2 years, every 4 years. And when it came down to our beloved President Barack Obama, Mitch McConnell, Senny J, the leader of the Republican Senate, vetoed, postponed the last act for our beloved president by not having the hearings, confirmation hearings for the Supreme Court justice, who was a liberal, to be placed on the Supreme Court for our beloved Barack Obama. It stopped his legacy right there. And then what happened? The King 45 came into power, and not even 90 days into his presidency, he picked a conservative justice. And then had the nerve enough, they gave him 3 conservative justices on the bench in 1 4-year term, which is unheard of. And they all lied. But I'm not mad at the justice for lying, because they lied to get that job, because all the senators asked them, hey, listen, Roe v. Wade and all this, how do you feel about the laws that are standing on the books now? They said, if the law of the land right now, we're not touching none of that. And what did they do? Soon as it was time to vote Roe v. Wade, they overturned it. And it was a lawsuit from the state of Mississippi. Mississippi every year sued the federal government to overturn Roe versus Wade. They did it every year for 50 years. And look what happened. It all came into fruition. It all came into it. And now, women, I hate to say this, some women are going to die for this decision. People are going to die. There are women that can't travel to New York from Mississippi to get an abortion. Where are we living at right now? It's a sad day in this country. We gotta go out and vote. Because the people that vote, these long, look at that big ass rabbit. See, that's a big rabbit.
Where? I can't
Look
see
in the middle of the field right there. Look, it's moving. Look.
I can't see
Look at the rabbit. Look.
I can't see
We need women in power. And now this is the opportunity for us men to step up and represent our women in this country. Men, we have to step up. We have to go out and vote. We have to overturn this. It might take another generation to overturn this. Or if some of these Supreme Court justices retire, because you got to have a Democratic Republic, a liberal president to get the justices back in there to overturn it. Thank God for New York and New Jersey. They get it. They got laws on the book. We're not overturning nothing. Let's clap for New York and New Jersey and all the others.
Yes.
Thank God for Jesus. Because we really be effed up then. Boy, they closed those abortion clinics so fast in Mississippi yesterday, you couldn't turn your head. Alabama, all of them are closed out. All appointments are shut down. Where are we living?
Well, yeah, and it's
Where we living? There are no abortion clinics right now in certain states already. Closed them. So how are women supposed to get their health care?
yeah, and it's even more because some of these laws, it's not just elective abortions. Some of these laws, they don't account for incest or rape or medical emergencies.
Well, I was going to get into that part.
So that means, I was on a Clubhouse yesterday, and there were, if you guys don't know, Clubhouse is an app. It's an audio app. People have conversations.
Give them the other app more important, Senny, with the rental cars.
I'm just saying, it's a good one if you like to listen to it. But, it has a lot of, people from different walks of life talking about different things. And these doctors were talking about how it's negatively going to impact them. They were definitely saying this does not stop abortions. This just stops legal abortions. Right. Women, and especially in Texas, they aren't charging. They're empowering the people to report people getting abortions. So now, the ER doctors were saying, if I have a patient that comes in who's trying to terminate their pregnancy and did stuff to their self, I'm treating them for one thing, but I don't know what they drank, what they took, and da-da-da-da-da. And now I have to try and give them a certain level of care while they're also lying because they could go to jail for trying to attempt an abortion. So there's that. Then another doctor, she was a pulmonologist dealing with the lungs, and she said, listen, our patients, we tell them, we usually tell our lung transplant patients, deter them from pregnancy because the medications that they're on to help their immune system, 9 times out of 10 will leave their children with birth defects. So she's saying now as a doc, so normally I would tell my patients if they got pregnant, there's a very high risk of, genetic defects that you can have. We definitely let them know the pros and the cons. But now as a provider, am I able to tell my patients that now? Or what if they do have a genetic defect and now there's something going on during their pregnancy and we can't abort it? You're going to have to now have your baby with whatever complications are going to happen, or if there's something going wrong, because abortion is medically, it's removing, a fetus or, the cells before it's viable. So it doesn't just fall into one category. That can be anything.
Well, so hold on, let me stop for a second. And then this is also a form of control, obviously, because not only they're denying the abortion, they've overturned Roe v. Wade. It also segued into the medical field, of course, because now providers will get sued and fined, and they could lose their license. And this is a hot, ugly mess in this country today. I can't wrap my mind around it that women are limited on the choices that they have medically for their own bodies in this country. It's horrific to me. Yeah, back to the voting. Listen, I'm gonna just say this one thing, and I'm gonna get out of this whole thing. We're gonna move on. Freaking Hillary Clinton still gets on my nerves. We needed you to win that election, and you didn't have the movement, and then you let this guy come in there. And I'm not even mad at Donald Trump. He came in there with a movement, make America great again. And boy, these Babylonians jumped on that, and Hillary had no movement.
But no, she did, Sean, because she had the popular vote. Most people that did
vote
go
don't care. It's that other vote.
No,
what's the other thing they called it?
Yes, the Electoral College. But again,
she lost a lot of the Democratic stronghold states that were traditionally Democrat. She lost. That's how she lost
Sean,
the election with what's that called? The electoral. The Electoral College. She lost that because certain Democratic states that were always blue, they switched to red.
But Sean,
and we lost.
That can't be.
When we lost, Senny J, imagine if Hillary Clinton was president. Hear me out. Imagine if Hillary Clinton was president and she had the opportunity, Senny, to name 3 Supreme Court justices to the bench.
But the problem is, Sean, my problem, especially with voting, is that the system, like I've been saying, is flawed. You can't tell mass people to go out and vote, but in essence, your vote does not matter because it's going off of a racist, centuries-old system because they were keeping slaves from voting. Okay, and only using them when they needed numbers to keep their state going. And that's where you have the Electoral College from. The whole system is flawed. You can't blame the people that did what they were supposed to do, but the own government was not recognizing the majority of people on their flawed electoral system that we know is BS and has no precedent and doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, you have these things happening, and you can't blame that when they had a sitting president who was allowed to appoint somebody and they blocked it.
Right.
So you can't even say that when Hillary got in that she would have had all this autonomy to put whoever she wanted. It happened that way because they wanted it to happen that way. So miss me with the voting BS because they don't care what the majority of people are saying, clearly.
Well, I say this, if Barack Obama was running for president again, he might have would have beat Donald Trump. Now, we have to now find a way to overturn this. And unfortunately, before we move on, Senny, it's going to be I'm about to say it's going to be it's going to be a whole nother generation before this passes before we switch it up. Hold on, one more thing. My beloved mother, Mom, I'm going to call you after the show. I felt bad yesterday. My mother called me, and I didn't get a chance to talk to her. Mom, I'm going to call you right after the show, scene before we move on. And shout out to my Aunt Mary that's coming to town. Ma, I'll be there tomorrow because I got a doctor's appointment today at 2:45. The arthritis is in my shoulder now, Cindy. All right, what else you got? Ladies, be careful out there in the street. You're going to have to go to the Dominican Republic to get an abortion now. Go ahead, Cindy.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's legal in the Dominican Republic.
Let's find that out.
To
because
get
a lot of folks always go to the Dominican Republic to get the procedures.
And then what's going to happen is already the neighboring states that are able to provide abortions, they're overrun. And so they don't have time. And every week, these abortion clinics, they charge women, per week. So you think you going in there, it's only going to be $300. You find out you're actually farther along than you thought. And then you have to come up with more money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a lot.
And us men, we got responsibilities too. We got to, that sperm, bro, because if sperm start those abortions, man, we're going to have to eliminate, spreading that sperm, bro.
Well, and actually,
you understand what I'm saying, men? Men, hold on. Let me talk to the men.
Men, please do.
Men, we got a part to play in this.
Yes.
Okay?
Rally the troops, Sean.
Men, all right? Don't free fall of sperm all over the place. We have to be more responsible, men. Okay? Especially if you live in a state that has the triggering state next to the state that's that's executing this law, okay, play your position. Don't sit up there and bust a nut knowing that abortion, you got to go 300 miles away, and Senny just said they charge per week.
They do.
Every day that baby growing.
Every day. So, fellas, I don't know, masturbate, do whatever you got to do. We have to be more responsible and more conservative with this sperm. We got a part to play in this as well. So you don't go sit up there and act reckless, nut all over the place, knowing that your state, you can't get an abortion. So we got a part to play in this. Slow down your nut.
Well,
No. Slow your nut down, bros. Get your literature game up.
Stop.
Know what's going on. You can't be in Alabama nutting all over the place. Because your lady got to come all the way to New Jersey.
Or Texas.
Jesus. Y'all should just stop having sex.
Just stop. Right. If fellas conserve the sperm. We got a part to play in this as well. It's affecting us. That's why when I say earlier in this conversation, we have to play our part. We got a whole generation now. Slow it down. Now, if you're in New York and New Jersey, continue to bust a nut. Know your geographical boundaries with your sperm players. And what about your pocket? What about your money? If you broke, leave that sperm in your body. Because if you get a woman pregnant in Mississippi and you broke, you can't even get her to New Jersey to get that abortion if she wants to.
Word.
Because you need to pay for it.
She gonna come looking for you. I mean, I think that's what's gonna.
So we need to educate ourselves too, men.
That child support is gonna be real if these women are forced to have these babies.
Exactly.
Ain't no more letting y'all slide.
And but now the one good thing about this as well, if my wife and I want to extend our family, there'll be multiple new adoptions out there, a plethora of new babies. So if you into the baby business and you want to raise a child in the next 2 years, there's going to be so many new babies out here. You're going to have a choice.
Oh yeah, that's what we need. We can't take care of the ones that are
Well, it
now.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So we're going to have new babies, and fellas, restrict that sperm. It's your boy Harvey talking to you. And if you broke, don't get no women pregnant. Because you can't even afford the abortion. You get which child? How much, Senny? How much does it, Texas, right? They banned everything in Texas, right?
Yeah.
How much does it cost right now, Senny, if you don't mind, from Dallas, Texas to Newark? How much is that flight?
Hold on.
How much is that flight?
I'm gonna look for the.
I want to know how much that flight is. Because, fellas, you got to get that paper. Because, fellas, you have to pay for it.
The closest.
Let's get real.
The closest neighboring state to Texas
I said Newark.
is I think it's Nebraska.
See,
I think-
Newark.
You want them to
How
go to
much
Newark?
it cost? Because I want to know. I want the abortion in New York and New Jersey. They gotta fly up here. How much is that ticket?
Okay, I'm gonna look. So
How
if
much
they
is
had
that ticket?
I'm gonna go on Google Flights to
I wanna
see.
know how much. Oh man, my mother's listening. Oh my God.
So we're going.
Everybody, shout out my mother. She's in the room.
Mama
Oh my
Harvey.
God. Mom, don't listen to the show when I'm talking.
Hey,
Listen.
Miss Lily.
Mom, when I'm kicking this sperm knowledge, don't listen to the show.
Okay, wait. We're going from Dallas, Texas,
Dallas to Newark.
to
How
Newark.
much is that round trip?
Okay,
I
round
wanna
trip.
know.
Okay, we're gonna do this for when? ASAP this
ASAP.
weekend.
We found out we're pregnant now. The abortion clinics are closed today
Okay, the abortion clinics are closed today,
in Texas.
so we're gonna make our appointment, do everything.
We got to fly out tomorrow.
We're flying out.
We got to get out of here tomorrow.
Shawn don't want this baby. We flying out.
Where we flying out?
We flying out June 30th.
Okay.
Okay.
We need that round trip, Senny, when the abortion.
I mean, right now it's not that bad.
How much?
Oh wait, let me see.
Hurry up. Get the calculations out.
Round trip
$320.
Okay, mark that down. $320.
So
we need a hotel room, right? But we need something nice. We need the Marriott Courtyard.
You don't need nothing nice.
No, yes, we do. We need something nice. City, $320 for the flight, right? Throw in an extra $100 for parking on the car. We gotta park the car, Senny.
Okay.
We gotta rent something. We gotta park something. Put $100 for everything else you gotta have with travel.
Okay, we're
Put
doing
another
$100.
Okay, $320 for the flight. $100 for parking. Put an extra $75 for that carry-on bag, City J.
Okay.
Okay. How much we got now, City?
We're up to $495.
$495. City, we need a hotel, right? Because we got the abortion, right?
Right.
Okay, City, average abortion. How much is the layover time?
The layover time is nothing. It's an outpatient procedure,
Okay,
so you're done the same
so we gotta
day.
stay. Okay, so
But
we
you might
stay
have to stay at night just because it's
2
emotional.
nights. 2 nights, Marriott Courtyard, City.
In New York on the weekend?
New Jersey, not New York.
New Jersey?
New Jersey.
Okay, New Jersey
much
in the
is that?
summertime?
How much is that?
Okay.
I want to know.
Okay,
I
so
want to know.
okay, how about we got the Wyndham Garden
Let's go. How much?
At the Newark Airport.
Yes.
Okay, they're saying this is we want something. Okay, this is it's giving 3.5 stars.
Okay.
113 a night.
113 a night. 2
That's
nights,
without
City.
taxes.
Add that up. 2 nights. 2 nights.
Okay.
You're not adding fast enough.
Okay, so we have
What we got?
245.
245.
Okay, so we'll add that.
Add it up.
Okay, so now
Fellas, are you listening?
okay, so now we're at 740.
740.
Yeah, we're at
So it's
$740.
$1,000.
And y'all don't even have the procedure yet.
Oh, how much is the percent? Oh my God.
We didn't even pay for the procedure yet.
City, what's the average price on the procedure?
I'm going to say if this is early term, right? We figured it out. She missed her first period.
Right.
So she's probably like between 4 to 6 weeks.
Let's give her 8 weeks.
So we're going to give her
8 weeks.
an 8-week abortion. That's probably like.
All right, 7 weeks. I don't want to be cruel.
That's not cruel.
I don't want to kill the baby.
8 weeks is not cruel.
Okay,
that's
8 weeks is not cruel.
That's still just.
All right, so give it 10 weeks then. Give it 10 weeks.
Now the government's going to be tracking me because I'm looking up abortion
Come
prices.
on, that's okay. You on other weird sites?
I'm not on it.
You're in Clubhouse. They're already tracking you.
Okay, so they're saying Planned Parenthood is giving up in the first trimester up to $750. So let's just say $500, because it's normally like $250, between $250 and $600. So let's just say $500. Let's give $500.
All right, put that in there.
So,
fellas, are you listening?
and see, it's quick to get out of that first trimester. You already in 8 weeks if you miss your period. Trimester's only 3 months.
Before we leave.
Okay, we're at $1,240, and we haven't eaten yet.
Put that to $1,500.
Another 200 to
Another
eat.
200.
Yeah, she might not want to eat. She's emotional. She's going through a lot. So another $250 for food.
Right.
Cause we eating out too. I might want to go to a restaurant. Okay, so we're at $1,500.
All right, put another $300 because you got to get back home to your wife and buy her a present. City, put another $300. Hush up money for the wife.
Oh my God, where's homegirls?
Don't worry about that.
Where's her reconciliation?
Don't worry about. All right, give her another $500 too. $300 for the wife. If you don't put $300 on there for that wife, all right. Put $500 for homegirl. Put 5 so she can shut the. So she can shut the. No, give her 1,000. Give her 1,000 so she can shut the. Give her 1,000. There you go. How much? Almost.
We're at $2,790.
Fellas, do you hear that? Do you hear that? It's gonna cost you $3,000. You're not built for that. Only 20% of the men are built for that in this country. $3,000, $2,700. Men, we have a responsibility as well with the reversal of Roe versus Wade. You don't have no money. No more having sex, fellas. You're not built for this.
And I'm worried about.
I'm still looking over there. You're not built for it.
You're not built for this.
$3,000. You don't have that money.
It's a lot.
It's a lot of money. So, fellas, we have a part to play in this as well. Let's stand behind our women. We shouldn't put a woman in a quagmire position to where it says she wanted to have an abortion and she can't get the resources or the money and your ass is broke. That's not fair. All right, I'm done.
No, but thanks for that, Shawn. We appreciate it. And for all the people, the majority, the highest statistic of people that get abortions, it's white women who are in a relationship. They consider that whatever. It doesn't even have to be married, just a domestic partnership, who already have children. That is the majority of people in this country statistically getting abortions. Right. But it is going to have the most negative impact on black women, especially poor black women, and especially with maternal health in this country, with all these black women dying, giving birth anyway. It's actually 14 times, they say, it's 14 times safer for a woman to have an abortion done than it is to actually give birth. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
Well, guys, we all got a responsibility out here. It's definitely, I do agree with you, Senny. It's a generational thing. We could go back and forth with the politics of it all, but please be aware, and I'm talking to the men. Men, we have to be more responsible. We have to be educated now, and we have to have the financial means at the moment to deal with the reversal of Roe v. Wade. Senny, we are out of here. See you tomorrow. Senny, you got the letters for tomorrow?
Yes.
We're excited about that. Guys, put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. And to my mom, I love you to death. I'm going to call you after the show. Shout out to my Aunt Mary. She's coming to town. I'll be there tomorrow. Super excited. Senny, wave at the camera, that third camera right there. We'll see you guys tomorrow. God bless.